I chased the sun around the globe. A firefly speeding after trickling golden light. Nervousness scattered thoughts in half, like the crunch of cereal in the morning. It didn't seem real. I had arrived in Seoul.
Seoul, when catching dragonflies was a school homework, back when having cell phones was cool and trendy. It was a dream in my mind, a blurred illusion. I never really could figure out a vague image of neon light. Seoul is the fluttering of my eyelids for the first time. Soul of birth in the milieu of city.
Seoul is like a puzzle board. As long as you shape behave yourself, you'll fit in, whatever the color, texture of your culture and memory.
Seoul is the place I left to seek a California four-season sun. As snappy, cool biting Seoul had been, the forlornness of city lights in the airplane window made me wish to go back and contribute my human warmth.
I've been told to be that puzzle piece. It's a grand scheme you must fit. Though I've never seen it, and when I did, my tongue was blind. I had to carve myself to become what I don't know.
It pushes me forwards into directionless excitement. It's like butterfly kisses in the palm of my hand that suddenly begin to nip and bite. Or a smile broader than that of a baby's unabashed laugh. Seoul to an outsider is... It is where friendships flicker, like water draining through the fingers of a dehydrated girl. At first it smiles golden rays, before they turn to a harsh, red drought.
Seoul is like a refuge for those ridden by restless foreign soil, a base camp for those wanting to flee with wings of dreams, a pit that nonetheless traps you in sweet contentness.
Seoul was merely an end of a bland 16-hour bridge I had to cross. A bridge connecting me from the south of Korea to the old south, from the familiar to the unfamiliar. I was sent to a public school where there were no uniforms. Everything just happened so quickly. Nobody understood me at all, and I understood nobody at all. Soul, that is, obsession. 10 shots into 1 cup of Americano. Seoul is the land of tears, street beds for those that lag behind. Seoul is unfamiliar scent of smoke from cars or cigarettes, of those that depend on these white strips of advertisements for survival in a...
Anywhere other than Seoul is an oasis for someone allergic to sweat, for someone weary of ricocheting stares, for me who is tired of being left bare.
Seoul was when they all said that my compass was broken, that north was south with a hut between, that the pictures they would paint would be from a traditional artist, and that my art was too strange. I would be... Seoul to an outsider is foreign.
When Seoul got me there, I became a misfitting puzzle piece. A piece of puzzle a kid put into a wrong puzzle box. I always looked like I was a part of the crowd, but I knew well that I wasn't.
At first it smiles golden ray. Seoul to an outsider is foreign.
The forlornness of city lights. To go back and contribute.
Seoul, that is a hodgepodge of people, where each difference weighs you up or down, each effort is scrutinized upon, written in your resume. Each choice somehow comes back, either to hit your bum or give you a push. Seoul is a racetrack that constantly chops the ones who've fallen lazy.
But Seoul is strenuous. Seoul teaches to endure.
Seoul is where commonality is worn, like the cross of bravery given to a soldier after his mandatory service. Where respect and love for community is sown. Where they cultivate unity.
Holding back the weeping and ball your hands into fists.
At times a suffocation of pressure, where drive comes with the free gift of paranoia attached, that to fail is to jump without a chute. Seoul is where hard workers know no better than to sleep on a bed of nails, if it means to care for their own.
Work another day. Don't give in to sleep. Seoul is an iron lady. Ferocious and proud.
Seoul, in a way, represented me. And I represented Seoul.
Seoul is a fighting ground, a melee stadium, and I, the gladiator, expected to exalt my dreams, my name, my parents, where the savage act of trimming the weak conjures excitement and joy that I'm surviving. A test I've volunteered to take, a gamble whether I'll make it.
Seoul is when new and old blend like an exotic aroma of coffee, gently coaxing unity into existence. At home, they say we sing with one voice, that we share a dream. But Seoul?
On the television, people of Seoul are always moving so busily, moving so quickly, but never flowing. In their clicking high heels, stiff leather shoes, making offbeat rhythms.
Where clashing swords and thrust of spears, where gushing streaks of pain and sweat forms a beat, a tempo, a meter. The clickety-clacks of a conveyor belt, of our ascent, shines upon our scars and titles.
Many scathe the life it brings, but she still stands, knowing not to back down. Her hands stretch endlessly, holding a torch that will not be turned out. And we are proud to be in her arms.
Here, Seoul is the spring that perseveres like a mother's unconditional care, where one can eventually find home.